Some of you guys might be too young to remember, but when I was a kid, there was a product called Moon Shoes, and they had one of the funniest commercials ever. And Fernando Tatis Jr., he could have been a star in one of those commercials with this play right here.
Jumping up and down like a kangaroo.
What's going on, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. We have a lot to talk about today, so do not be afraid to subscribe. We do this every single day. And also, use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek to save yourself 20 bucks off your entire purchase. Now, let's go ahead and start the video off with a walk-off victory. This came at my expense because Cleveland lost to Tampa Bay. Let's go ahead and recap the game because Logan Allen, I'm going to say this right now. The starting pitcher for Cleveland yesterday, Logan Allen, is the worst starting pitcher in the history of baseball, at least in my opinion. You have Brandon Lau hitting a grand slam, but then Cleveland, they show some dog, and I was proud of them for that, as you have Framil Reyes driving in an RBI, and Harold Ramirez made 2 web gems over in right field. Framil now has 12 home runs and almost 40 RBIs after missing an entire month, so he is producing at an elite level. You have Cesar and Framil making it 8-5, but then former Cleveland stud, I mean, was he even a stud for Cleveland? I don't remember. Yandy Diaz and Wander Franco, they complete the comeback, and Clase blows a save without getting a single out, and guess who did it? Yeah, former Cleveland player, Yandy Diaz. A lot of Red Sox fans were mad at me yesterday because they wanted the Rays to lose, and I'm sorry, I have no control over it. So you guys know I'm a big fan of Akil Baddoo and my friend Joey Gallo. They're kind of like the two memes of the channel. Well, yesterday the worlds collided as Joey Gallo robbed Akil Baddoo on the first pitch of the game. I mean, my brain was exploding. I didn't know whether to be happy or sad, because Akil got robbed, but Joey Gallo made the play. So the Tigers, they score a few runs off some bad Texas Rangers baseball, and then Zach Short hits a long home run, and Willie Peralta was fantastic for the second consecutive start. He goes 7 shutout innings with 3 hits on 6 strikeouts, and then Zach Short, he comes in huge with the glove as well with this double play. I do want to mention that even though the Rangers lost, Joey Gallo with 2 outs in the 9th, he hit his 8th home run in the last 8 games. He's an all-star for the second time. Christian Arroyo came back from the IL, and he made some noise yesterday on this 424-foot moonshot. Rafael Devers, he refuses to quiet down in terms of the run production. He drives in another RBI, and then Kike Hernandez makes a fantastic play in center field to rob, I can't remember, was it Lagares of a home run? Devers, I just mentioned, he comes in clutch with his 21st home run of the year, and then Danny Santana, not only does he drive in a super clutch RBI, he then kind of saves the game for the Boston Red Sox by throwing an absolute seed to home plate from left field in the 5th inning. Now the Angels, they try to make a comeback, but it was cut short as Adam Ottavino, he was trying his hardest to blow that save for the Red Sox. Now I just want to mention, we have to defend Shohei Ohtani, our savior, the golden boy. Yesterday was his birthday. You cannot talk smack to Shohei Ohtani. As Adam Ottavino was coming off the mound, he waved at Ohtani and said, "Happy birthday, B." Why would you do that? What did Shohei Ohtani do to you? Moving on over to the Phillies versus the Cubs. This game was kind of close up until Andrew Knapp and Didi Gregorius got the scoring going with some solo shots, and you have Andrew McCutchen and Rhys Hoskins making it 4-2. The Phillies explode for a huge 6-run 8th inning, and then Rhys Hoskins, he hits a 3-run home run in the 9th, so he now has 19 home runs out of nowhere, which gives him 29 home runs and a 123 combined OPS plus over his last 120 games. And then Alec Boehm, he is having a horrible season, a negative 1.6 WAR on this home run. He is trying to break out, and I hope that he does, because that's really bad. Carlos Santana drove in his 48th RBI already for the Kansas City Royals, and then Jorge Soler on this RBI double gives Kansas City a lead. But then Nick Castellanos, I just want to mention, he hit a home run during a very serious moment. They were trying to give a tribute to a fallen soldier. I think that's what it was. So he has 17 home runs and a near 340 batting average. He has been insane. Eugenio Suarez hits home run number 17, so he now has 48 RBIs. Those are great counting stats, but he has a 65 OPS plus. So technically he is 35 points below average, even though 17 home runs and 40 RBIs is still pretty solid. Tyler Naquin drives in another run as the Cincinnati Reds are on a 5-game winning streak. Chris Taylor and Justin Turner were going up against the Marlins yesterday, and they quickly make it a 2-0 lead. But then both teams go back and forth. The Marlins score a few, and then the Dodgers score a few, and Jazz Chisholm, in my opinion, kind of switched the momentum on this 31.2 feet per second sprint speed. That is the best of his career. He is lightning quick. He should have 99 speed in MLB The Show. I guess I shouldn't say that the momentum shifted to Miami, because you have Gavin Lux and Cody Bellinger coming back to tie it up, and then Jorge Alfaro, just like Christian Arroyo, he goes 424 feet, and that gives the lead to Anthony Bender. His name on ESPN is just A. Bender. I thought his first name was going to be Airbender.
Shut up.
So the Marlins come away with a 5-4 victory, and every single top team in the NL West lost yesterday, so it didn't really affect the Dodgers. So let's talk about those other two teams. The Padres were going up against the Nationals. We saw Fernando Tatis with his moon shoes. Let's talk about the rest of the game. Trey Turner hits a home run versus his former team. If you don't remember, Trey Turner was actually a member of the Padres. You have John Lester driving in an RBI, and that starts a 4-run fifth inning for the Washington Nationals. Then out of nowhere, Ha-Seong Kim, he drives in 2 RBIs, and Fernando Tatis hits number 27 on the year. This ball was smoked 116 miles an hour. Will Myers, he ties it up, and then Josh Bell does his thing as he gives the Nationals a lead. And then Tatis, of course, let's show it one more time. He defies gravity. He has a Super Mario jump. I think he jumped twice. He was able to propel himself on that second mini jump, and then Brad Hand comes in for his 19th save. I'm still worried about Brad Hand. I just want to mention that right now. We have a pitcher's duel. The Cardinals versus the Giants. Kevin Gausman took a no-hitter into the 7th inning, but unfortunately for him, he ended up giving up a few runs to Matt Carpenter as Carpenter drives it almost over the fence. And then Kim for the Cardinals goes 7 shutout innings, only allows 3 base hits. Nolan Arenado drives in an RBI, and then his teammates, they put up a few more runs. Alex Reyes has been not the best. He's been shaky over his last few relief appearances, but he gets the job done, and the Cardinals win 5-3 over the Giants. Let's move on over to a American League matchup. We have the Twins versus the White Sox, 2 mortal enemies in the AL Central Division. Do not let Max Kepler get hot, please, for the love of God. He owns Cleveland, so White Sox fans, please stop him. So Max Kepler goes yard, and then Trevor Larnach adds another one on this RBI single, and then Nick Gordon comes in huge with a 2 RBI triple, and then scores almost immediately on a wild pitch from the White Sox. So Chicago does storm back to bring it within 1 run, but then Max Kepler, he goes yard yet again, and Andrelton Simmons, they combine to give Hansel Robles a 3-run lead, and he secures his 8th save of the year. Again, White Sox fans, do everything you can to stop Max Kepler, please. Don't let him get hot. The Pirates versus the Brewers. You have Cabrian Hayes making a cool play in the 4th inning. His glove is sick. And then Ben Gamble was the player of the game yesterday. He goes 421 feet as starting pitcher Chase DeYoung of the Pirates only allows 1 earned run in 5 innings. Then Pittsburgh erupts for 4 more runs in the 6th inning and 3 more courtesy of the man, the myth, the legend, Ben Gamble. He was horrible for Cleveland, and of course what happens? We drop him, he goes to another team, and all of a sudden he turns into Babe Ruth. So he has 6 RBIs on the day. And then Cabrian, the Say Hayes kid, he joins in on the home run party as the Pirates destroy the Braves 11-1. Did I say that they were playing the Brewers? They're playing the Braves. Okay, so that's why I said the Brewers, because the final game was a Brewers game, but unfortunately they lost at the hands of the Mets 4-2 yesterday. Even though Omar Narvaez, he is having a really good season, 8 home runs and a near 140 OPS plus with a 303 batting average. That is terrific from a catcher. Tyler McGill of the Mets was fantastic, 7 strikeouts, only 1 earned run and 5 innings. Good for him. Pete Alonso has been incredibly clutch over the last few games. We saw him tied up against Aroldis Chapman. He drives in 2 RBIs on this double. Michael Conforto, hopefully he stays hot because he's going into his final year of the contract, and he is going to get paid if he can break out in the second half. So I'm kind of hoping that the baseball gods are nice to him so he can get that fat bag, because he has been really good for about 3 or 4 years now. And then Diaz, after a dicey 9th inning, he gets his 18th save of the year. All right, everyone. Well, that does it for today's MLB recap. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed or learned something new, leave a like and subscribe. We do this every single day. Don't forget to use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek to save yourself 20 bucks off. I don't know why that sentence is so hard for me to say. A lot of people have made fun of the way I say SeatGeek, but there we go. Thank you all so much for watching, and enjoy this day in MLB history.